open to AC. It'll be open to ACs, assistant ACs, and in some of our counties, we don't have, there's a few counties without ACs, and in those counties, we're going to be looking to invite a lead instructor to represent their county. For the statewide, any instructor is going to be welcome to come. They just need to be in active status to be able to come. And we will be, once again, paying for the entire cost of the hotel rooms for you guys to attend. As soon as I've put it out to, or I'm putting it out to bid to find out who we end up with for venue. And once I have that, I'll let you guys know. Any questions on the statewide or the AC conference? All right, you guys are making this go really quick tonight. Update on our jacket and sweatshirt order. And we did add sweatshirt to it. So some of you guys on the east side of the state that may not want a rain jacket, we're going to make an option for a hooded sweatshirt that'll also have the Hunter Ed logo embroidered on it. So anybody that wants the jacket or sweatshirt and you're done with all your background check stuff, you can order that through Myrna. Some of you guys have already done that, but I got final approval on that today to get that paid for and get that done. So we're going to start processing some orders. If you've ordered a jacket and you'd prefer a sweatshirt, just get an email out to me or Myrna and we'll get that taken care of. But hopefully we can get those ordered and in and completed in a pretty quick time frame. We also changed the student hat that we're giving out. We have to go away from the logo that's on the current one. That logo was discontinued almost 2 years ago, but we had so many hats, we kind of stuck with it for a while. So new student hats will be out within about a month. They said 60 days about a month ago. So I'll have that out. So don't be surprised when you guys start seeing a different looking hat coming out. And also working on a new updated instructor hat for all of us that like to wear our hats and for Hunter Ed. So any questions on any of the stuff I've covered?
Hey, Jared, on the hats, are they going to be a more intense blaze orange?
I think they're a little better blaze orange than what the other ones were. I think they're a little brighter.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in the bulk orders that we have to order, there isn't a set blaze orange, but the orange that I went with is a much brighter orange than the ones that we had.
Hey, Jared, what about the youth for this convention? Are you going to allow them to go in even though they don't have a background?
Youth instructors coming to the statewide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, basically you have to be done with your background stuff to get to the point of being what do we call it? Eligible, which youth are eligible without that. So it's just about the status in the VIM system that or what will be VIM once we get to it. We just have to have that point so that you're active and we can collect hours for you being there is the qualification for going to the state conference.
Okay, Emily was one to ask. She was too scared to ask.
Tell her she can only come if she convinces her brother he has to come too.
And she has to present at the statewide.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
I will let her know.
We got any other questions out there, guys? See a lot of faces out there. It's nice to actually see some faces instead of just looking at a screen. Some of you guys aren't using video though.
Jared, I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
On the COVID rules, as far as live fire where you're less than 6 feet, do we still need to wear our masks?
No, masks are not required in any place on the classes anymore. And the 6 feet rule is not required when you're on the range if you have to get down and help a student on the range. That's understood, and that you got to get closer than that 6 foot range at that time. If you for any reason feel like you need to have them wear a mask, if you have the ones we send out, you're more than welcome to have them get in it if that's what you feel is best. I still expect you guys to use your best judgment if you feel like somebody needs to do more than what's going on. You guys are there, you'll have to make that decision. I would expect though, most of you, if somebody shows up and appears to be sick, that we still send them home. How are you doing there, Clyde? You kind of look really enthused in the video. So hopefully with the updates to the COVID and stuff, I hope you guys start feeling more comfortable about getting classes going, and encourage others around you guys that maybe not have been teaching until we can get some lesser rules and not have to do the mass. With the numbers of being where they're at, I think most everybody should know by now that we started this year off over 3,000 behind. So we're nowhere near where we need to be right now. With the way we see registration going, pretty much all the classes we put up get filled. With the exception maybe being some of the conventional classes aren't filling like we'd like them to. You're still more than welcome to post those up. Just I ask that you try to give it as much lead time as you can, because those have been the tougher ones to fill right now. Got anything else out there, guys? Jim, you're still muted.
Jared, how many
Yeah, I can hear you.
students oh, you got it? How many
I hear you.
students are we planning on coming up with, going back up to like 30, 35 in the near future?
So if you missed that part, the class, I can run back through. I seen a few people log on after we got going. So let me run back through the COVID updates. The first one is the mask rules, still recommended if somebody is not vaccinated. However, we're not requiring anybody to wear a mask, and we're not requiring them to show proof of vaccination for that. The social distancing of 6 foot is still in effect, except for on the range. And then class sizes is 30 student maximum and no more than 15 students per instructor. And then sanitation, just keep up on the sanitation, wiping things down. Anything that's frequently touched, doorknobs, chairs, tables, firearms, that kind of stuff.
Can we do walk-ins yet?
No, I'm glad you brought that up. I have been told we may not get back walk-ins because when VIM comes out, there is supposedly going to be a way to log in and add a student immediately to a roster. But the bosses are not fans of the walk-ins and are not giving us permission for that at this time.
Back to the COVID 6 foot distancing. Classroom, do we still need to be 6 feet in the classroom, or has that been reduced?
Yes. No, 6 feet in the classroom.
Okay.
So anybody have any comments about this format of using Zoom like this?
I would say that it's excellent, Jared. You know, you look good, and the communication is a lot better, in my opinion. It's much, much, much better.
Good to hear. I appreciate that.
Just move your camera so we're not looking up your nose.
Good to know. I'll figure out how to mount this on my wall up here. The new camera for this, I didn't want to keep my laptop open. It's really hard to angle that one. And it's much better for me to see you guys on my large screen than it is my little laptop screen. So. Ellie, where are you needing a porta potty? Or Eli, sorry.
Oh,
Are you needing it down there at Central Point again?
yeah, I'm gonna get a class here scheduled probably towards the middle to the later part of August. That the office staff down there not quite liking us to use their bathrooms inside.
Yeah, I'd prefer us using a porta potty down there anyways. If you're gonna use stewards again, you just gotta get them to actually send me an invoice.
Okay.
I asked for that thing, I don't know how many times, and never got it sent to me, and I think Myrna finally got one, or somebody did, that we finally got it taken care of, but we got to make sure an invoice gets sent so we can actually pay them for it.
Yeah, no, I'm not opposed to using somebody else. I was just curious.
Yeah, they were fine. Their equipment was fine. I didn't mind it at all. Just I want to make sure our invoices and stuff get taken care of in a timely fashion, and I just couldn't quite seem to connect the dots with them.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Well, on anything other than what we covered tonight, has anybody got anything for me or Myrna that they need to ask or like discussed?
I might add that if anybody's going to the Rocky Mountain Elk rendezvous this week that you could get some hours in as a hunter ed instructor. We're going to be doing a class there.
All right, guys, anything else out there? Yes, all the premium tags were issued. I couldn't tell you who got them, but yes, the premium tags were issued. All right, guys, if there's no other questions, this is all I had for you tonight. I wanted to make sure and get you guys the COVID updates and numbers, and then talk about the statewide conference coming up. I'm hoping to have an agenda actually out within the next month about everything that'll be going on there. I have some training ideas that I'm trying to get set up that I'm pretty excited about, that I think you guys will appreciate. So once I have those nailed down as an actual possibility, I will let you guys know what I got going on for it. And my plan is, and we may go over this stuff in the next live stream, depending on what we have to cover next time, but we'll get all awards that we're behind on updated at the conference as well. Times the bronze and silver and gold, all those, and the years of service, get that updated on our Hall of Fame board and all that. So, and we'll do the instructor and AC awards and stuff at that time frame too. But if there's no other questions, that's all I had for you guys tonight. I appreciate everybody coming out.